All right, let's look at an example of a nonlinear system. Now these you can also solve with substitution or elimination, but generally if you have equal powers, like if you have squares on this one and squares on this one, then you can try some elimination. But if you have squares on one and a linear on the other, then generally substitution is the best way to go. And you can see here it says y equals 3x minus 4. So quite simply, I can just plug that in to this equation. So my resultant equation is going to be x squared plus 3x minus 4 squared, because that takes the place of the y, equals 8. Now the key thing is when you square 3x minus 4, this is just really writing it twice, and then I'll have to go ahead and FOIL it. So I'll have x squared. When I FOIL it, I have 9x squared. I have minus 12x plus 16 equals 8. I can bring some terms together. I get 10x squared, because I got the two x squared terms, minus 24x plus 16, but then I can subtract 8, because in general, we're going to want to solve these as a quadratic. So I get 10x squared minus 24x plus 8. Now I'm going to have to solve this by factoring. One thing I do notice is they're all divisible by 2. So I can divide them all by 2. That'll give me 5x squared minus 12x plus 4 equals 0. And I want to try to factor this. So if I factor this, let's see, we'll get 5x and x, and I just got to play around with my factorization. It turns out to be minus 2 and minus 2, because there's my minus 10 and there's my minus 2x, which adds the negative 12x. So if I solve those, 5x minus 2 equals 0, x minus 2 equals 0, so x will equal 2/5, and x will equal 2. Now, again, that's just my x value. Now I have to find my y value. But we pretty much have it because we know y equals 3x minus 4. So if I start with the 2/5, y equals 3 times 2/5 minus 4. That is 6/5 minus 4. And we know that's 20 over 5, if I want to write it for common denominators. So that's negative 14 over 5. So one of my answers is going to be 2/5 and negative 14 over 5. And my second one, I'll just do the same thing, but I'll plug in 2. So that'll obviously turn out to be a little nicer. And that'll just be 2. So my other solution is 2/2. So we have two solutions. One is this fraction one, which is very common, and then one is just the two integers. All right, hopefully this helps, and obviously let me know if you have questions on these.